What if you visited a village where there are more human figures than actual people? Welcome to Nagoro, one of the strangest and most unforgettable villages in Japan. Nagoro is located on the island of Shikoku, in Japan's Tokushima prefecture, surrounded by steep mountains, dense forests, and crystal-clear rivers. Reaching the village requires driving along winding mountain roads, which has helped preserve its peaceful atmosphere for decades. Like many rural villages in Japan, Nagoro once had a thriving community, but as younger generations moved to larger cities in search of work and new opportunities, the population steadily declined. Today, fewer than 30 people remain. Everything changed when local resident Tsukimi Ayano began sewing life-size dolls to replace her late father with something that reminded her of him. Soon, she created more dolls representing former neighbors and friends who had either passed away or moved away. Over the years, what started as a personal tribute turned into a remarkable open-air art project, transforming Nagoro into one of the most unique villages in the world and giving new life to a place that many thought would eventually disappear. What truly makes Nagoro unlike anywhere else on Earth is its incredible collection of more than 300 life-size dolls, far outnumbering the village's remaining residents. These handmade figures aren't displayed inside a museum. They're spread naturally throughout the village, quietly becoming part of everyday life. You'll find them waiting patiently at bus stops, tending vegetable gardens, chatting on wooden benches, fishing beside the river, riding bicycles, harvesting crops, and even standing outside small houses as if they were greeting passing visitors. Every corner of Nagoro tells a different story through these silent figures. One of the most unforgettable places is the abandoned village school. Instead of empty classrooms, you'll find dolls sitting at their desks, teachers standing at the front of the class, and students appearing to listen carefully, creating the illusion that lessons never ended. Visitors often describe this as the most emotional part of the village because it represents the children who once filled the school before families gradually moved away. Beyond its famous dolls, Nagoro is surrounded by some of the most beautiful countryside in Japan. The village lies deep within a quiet mountain valley, where dense forests, rolling hills, and crystal-clear rivers create an incredibly peaceful setting. Every season completely transforms the landscape. In spring, cherry blossoms add soft shades of pink to the mountainsides. Summer covers the valley in vibrant green forests and rice fields. During autumn, the surrounding mountains burst into brilliant red, orange, and golden colors, making it one of the most scenic times to visit. In winter, snow blankets the rooftops and narrow streets, giving the silent village an even more magical atmosphere. Unlike Japan's busy cities filled with crowds and bright lights, Nagoro is almost completely silent. The only sounds you'll usually hear are birds singing, the wind moving through the trees, and the nearby river flowing across the valley. This peaceful environment makes the experience feel even more unique. As you walk through the empty streets, every corner seems frozen in time, creating a strange but unforgettable contrast between the beautiful natural surroundings and the hundreds of motionless dolls scattered across the village. Although Nagoro is best known for its famous dolls, it still preserves the peaceful lifestyle and traditions of rural Japan. Life here moves at a much slower pace than in the country's busy cities, where people have lived for generations surrounded by mountains and nature. Respect for the community, local customs, and the changing seasons remains an important part of everyday life. The village reflects a side of Japan that is slowly disappearing. Small vegetable gardens, traditional wooden houses, and quiet country roads show what life was like in many rural communities decades ago. The dolls themselves have even become part of the local culture, as they represent former residents and preserve the memory of the people who once lived and worked here. Instead of forgetting the past, Nagoro has chosen to celebrate it in a truly unique way. Visitors who come to the village are encouraged to explore quietly and respectfully, remembering that Nagoro is still home to a small number of residents. Many people also take the opportunity to discover the surrounding region of Tokushima, where they can enjoy traditional Japanese cuisine, local mountain dishes, handmade crafts, and warm hospitality. Although Nagoro is a very small village, there are several places that every visitor should explore. The most famous is the old elementary school, which has become one of the village's biggest attractions. Inside, every classroom is filled with life-size dolls sitting at their desks, while teachers stand at the front as if lessons are still taking place. Walking through the empty hallways is both fascinating and emotional, offering a glimpse into what the village looked like when families and children still lived here. Another unforgettable spot is the bus stop, where several dolls quietly wait as though they're expecting the next bus to arrive. It's one of the most photographed locations in Nagoro because many visitors mistake the figures for real people until they get closer. As you continue exploring, you'll discover dolls placed throughout the village in the most unexpected locations. Some appear to be working in vegetable gardens, others are fishing beside the river, while a few sit outside their homes enjoying the peaceful mountain scenery. Every scene has been carefully arranged to recreate ordinary moments from village life. Don't miss the quiet roads that wind through Nagoro either. Unlike most tourist destinations, there are no crowds, no traffic, and almost no noise. Simply walking through the village allows you to discover dozens of hidden details and handmade figures that many visitors overlook. One of the most surprising facts about Nagoro is that there are more than 10 dolls for every real resident living in the village today. With fewer than 30 people remaining and over 300 life-sized figures, it's easy to understand why so many visitors describe the place as one of the strangest villages in the world. The woman behind this incredible project, Tsukimi Ayano, has spent years carefully creating each doll by hand. Every figure is unique, with different clothes, hairstyles, and facial expressions, and many are based on real people who once lived in Nagoro. Some represent family members, while others recreate neighbors, classmates, or local workers, preserving memories that might otherwise have been lost forever. Nagoro has also become famous on social media and in international documentaries, attracting visitors from all over the world who want to experience the village for themselves. Many photographers travel here because every season gives the dolls and the surrounding landscape a completely different atmosphere. Some people find the village mysterious, while others see it as beautiful and deeply moving. Nagoro isn't famous because of giant monuments or spectacular skyscrapers. Instead, it has captured the world's attention through a simple but deeply emotional idea. What could have become another abandoned village has been transformed into one of Japan's most unforgettable destinations, where every handmade doll tells the story of someone who once called this place home. It's a powerful reminder that even the smallest communities have histories worth preserving. If you ever travel to Japan and want to discover somewhere completely different from the usual tourist attractions, Nagoro is definitely a place you'll never forget. Would you visit this village? Or would it be a little too creepy for you? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoy discovering the world's most incredible villages and hidden places, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to Village Wonders, and I'll see you in the next adventure.